Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Creedmoor with Tradeverse here, bringing you that morning market intelligence. What are we seeing in the overall markets? Global equities markets showed resilience on Monday, with major U.S. indices reaching near record highs despite an escalating political and legal conflict between the White House and the Federal Reserve. While domestic markets focused on corporate strength and upcoming earnings, international markets, particularly in Japan, saw significant surges. Commodities also reached historic milestones, with gold and silver hitting fresh all-time highs. In the U.S. markets, record highs amid political tensions, the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones Industrial Average both closed record highs on Monday, with the S&P rising just a hair over 0.2% to settle at above that 6977 area, while the Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 86 points, 0.2%, to finish in the neighborhood of that 49,590 area. The Nasdaq Composite also advanced by 0.3%, supported by gains in technology stocks and a strong performance from Walmart. Federal Reserve independence is under scrutiny. A significant market headwind emerged as the U.S. Department of Justice, the DOJ, opened a criminal investigation into Fed Chair Powell. Jerome Powell has criticized the probe as a politically motivated response by President Donald Trump following the Fed's refusal to implement requested interest rate cuts. Market participants are closely monitoring the situation for potential impacts on central bank independence and the future of monetary policy. In the international markets, the Nikkei, Japan's Nikkei 225 index, experienced a substantial rally on Tuesday, closing up another 3.1% at around that 53,549 area. The surge was driven by a decrease in market volatility and a positive sentiment in the technology sector. As we know, the CES trade show is going on, and that is experiencing new trade opportunities for the technology sector. The European performance, the United Kingdom's FTSE 100 closing slightly higher on Monday at around that 10,140 region, up from its previous close of 10,124. In the commodity sector, precious metals hit records. Gold prices reached a historic peak of 4,600 per ounce in the spot market on Monday at a 1.7% overnight jump. Silver followed suit with a dramatic 6% surge, reaching that $84 an ounce. Analysts attribute the flight to safety to the deepening Trump Powell dispute and broader geopolitical uncertainties. In the energy markets, crude oil prices trended upward as supply risk intensified. Brent crude futures rose by 0.5% to that $64 per barrel region, while US WTI crude futures climbed 0.8% to that 59.82 per barrel. The gains were supported by potential tariff threats against Iran and supply concerns with recent interventions in Venezuela. Please keep an eye out on CVX, Shell, and your other energy producers if you're keeping an eye on the Venezuela trade that we have been talking about in our other videos. Corporate highlights: Warner Brothers, WBD, received a renewed all-cash offer from Paramount at $30 per share. SPGI completed the sale of its EDM and ThinkFolio businesses to focus on core data analytics. Wealthfront reported a record Q3 2026 revenue of 93.2 million and a net income of 30.9 million. UAMY shares rose 11.5% to $8.53, driven by an increased demand for strategic metals. Investors are shifting focus towards the upcoming CPI data release, which will provide critical insights into these inflation trends. Additionally, we're going to start seeing the Q4 earnings season is set to begin, with JP Morgan Chase among the first major financial institutions scheduled to report. All right, that's all from Creedmoor here at TradeAvase. Remember, your trades are in the history, and I'll see you around. Stay green.